Good start for all the riders. 2 strokes obviously bogging down at the back. And they're into the first corner. Is it Chris Beams in front?
So we've got Richard Martin Barrett coming through Splash, followed closely by Uriah Ryken on the GSXR 450. He's doing well today. He did really well in the first race. Going through the hairpin now.
He's pulling out a good lead, Richard, down the infield.
K-Team's got some pull out.
Yeah.
It's real nice.
Yeah, still pulling out a good lead down the back straight. So Richard's through on a 124.49. Really, really windy out there.
Oh, we got Finn Harmon on the 748 Sport Ducati. He's just pulled into the pits. He's still upright, so that's a good sign. But he's pulling in for some reason. We've had a bit of rain, so maybe he didn't swap tyres. Finding a bit slippery, possibly.
Yuri Ryken, 124.657. Running in second on his GSXR 450. Taban Walker on his SV650 at 129.487. Richard's pulling out a big lead now. Like I said, really, really windy at the moment. I think the monitor. Oh, it might have died down a little bit, but obviously the track's damp. Class as a wet race right from the beginning, or wet meeting.
Yeah, but when you look at the screen there, Mark, there's quite a bit of a few dry patches, which is a bit horrible, eh? Especially if you're on wets and you're hitting a dry line. It's never fun.
With the sun, I can see lots of wet patches, which is yeah. When it's not dry or wet, it's difficult to make it cool. So Richard's still leading. He's just done a 119. Yuri Ryken on a 122. Chris Beams on a 125. Taban Walker on a 126. Chance Oliver on a 125. Campbell Graydon on a 125. And Finn Harmon is in the pits.
So third place, we've got Chris Beams. He's having a bit of a battle with Taban Walker on his SV. They're just heading into the hairpin now before heading through the infield. Seems to be a bit of close racing there, which is always fun. Chris pulling away nicely on the infield there.
I think Richard's away, entering Go Media. It's got a fairly impressive lead, especially with 6 laps to go. If he can stay upright, we'll be on for a good result for him. Second is Yuri Ryken, sorry. And he's just going to come through now. We'll just check to see what his lap time is. It's a 122 against Richard's 119.
It's quite a difference in the lap time zero. Ranges obviously from the 125s down to the 119.
Yeah. And obviously the whole field's starting to spread out now, and with only a few riders in, it's easy to keep track of them. But it's going to, as opposed to a massive field that's spread out over a big area. Saying that though, it's still quite difficult. Someone else just come in, 58. Is that right? 58.
That's Campbell Grayling on the
RS125.
Yep.
He had a pretty poor start really, the bike really bogged down. So I don't know if he's got a fueling problem or some problem with the bike. Obviously, he's got a problem because he's just come in. I doubt if he's run out of fuel. Not unless you was pitting for him and he'd get to tap on her.
Oh, yeah, definitely. More the merrier.
So, Richard across the line again. He's improved his lap time down to 1:19. His best lap, his last lap was a 1:20, so he's still going really, really well with no pressure at all. Yuri Raikkonen, 1:22, consistent over the last couple of laps. And Richard's through Splash again, looking really, really good. Bike sounding really good as well. Who we got through coming into Splash now? Is it Table Walker? Followed by Chris Beams and Chance Oliver. Three, four. It's just 5 guys out there at the moment.
Track seems to be drying up a bit, especially on the race line. Sun helping that, coming out a bit.
Yeah, still fairly breezy. Guys looking good, but opening the big gap between first and second, and third and fourth.
Richard, Mark and Barrett, sponsored by iTools and Speed Junkie Racing, just completing another lap, 3 to go. Putting down a solid 1:19 still, which is quite cool.
No, you're on a 1:22 last lap, Simon.
Oh, it's his best time.
Yeah, it's his best time, yeah.
Look at that. See, you're in charge of the screen, mate. That's your job.
Yeah. Yeah, just slightly slower than in his best lap, but Raikkonen is doing a consistent 1:22s. Table Walker on a 1:23. Last lap was 1:23. They're all pretty consistent. Chance Oliver was slightly slower than his best, but Richard's flying in this race with no real competition at all. He's in Higgins, out of Higgins. We've got 3 laps to go.
It's quite an interesting class, really, with the range of the bikes. You've got, your VFR 400, your SV 650s, and then obviously the likes of the KTM 690, the single, all depending on whether it's 2-cylinder, single-cylinder, multi-valve, twin-valve. It's quite cool to have them all in together, but obviously some have advantages over the other, depending on what you're after.
Rich is going really well on that KTM for a single. Really, really good. He's got the gearing spot on for that. I know his GSXR 450 always sounds good.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's a shame that Roger's not here because he'll be up in the top 3 easily, doing his bit. But these guys are all running really smoothly, with Richard still leading the race by a big margin, followed by Yuri Raikkonen in second, Taven Walker in third, Chris Beams, Chance Oliver and Campbell Grayling. Oh no, sorry, Campbell Grayling, I think he's pulled in, didn't he, on his RS125, or is he still out there? No, he must be still out there. Campbell just going through Splash, entering the hairpin. Just looking to see where Richard is now. He's obviously down 2/3 of the way down the back straight, going into Go Media. No, he's not, sorry, that's Ivan Raikkonen. Richard's just gone across the line on the white flag for last lap at 1:22. Raikkonen second. Taven Walker just coming on to start finish at a 1:21. Just waiting for the last rider to come through on his last lap.
Chance Oliver on his SV650, sponsored by Just Cabins Masterton, Sign Factory Masterton and Fagan Motorcycles.
That's a big lead. He's pulled out on Raikkonen.
Attention in the pits, 5 for the Corporate Senior Trophy, 5 for the Corporate Senior Trophy.
Cameron Graining just going for his splash. And Richards just coming onto the start finish straight for the win. With a big, comfortable lead. I think he'll be happy with that.
Followed by Uriah Raikkonen, second place. He has raced well today. Raced really well in the first race, and then comfortable second place in this one, which is quite nice.
Taylor Walker just coming on to start finish straight to third position, podium finish. Just across the line now. And his best lap was a 1:23, last lap was a 1:25. Chris Beams, Chance Oliver and Campbell Grayling still to finish. So the field's really opened up on that last race, the difference
Yeah,
between
definitely.